Hello everybody and welcome to the ultimate race of motorcycle. 30 pilots, 40 world champion titles with the most famous WRC driver of all time. The Scorpion Masters are back. Who will be crowned best rider in the world? Paul Ricard, the famous Le Castellet track. After 2 editions held in Alès, the motorbike family is united again for the annual end-of-season appointment. The best riders of the year welcome a guest star coming from the world of four wheels. 9-time World Rally Champion, Sébastien Loeb.
Toucher un peu à tout, j'aime bien la moto dans
I like to race everything, I like motorbikes, whatever it is, enduro, speed, everything, at my level. They invited me and I said to myself, why not? It can be fun. It's a tradition. Trial is the first of the 4 sports raced at Scorpion Masters, with enduro, supermoto and road racing too. 2 zones in trial, and before the start, the main difficulty comes from the different lines proposed by the track. Each rider can do his own choice. In trial, we don't know where to go. We try to check the area, the obstacles. I'm lucky, I'm number 23. I see the others ahead of me. As all the beginners in trial, Sébastien Loeb looks worried. The scoreboard depends on the difficulty of the obstacles from 2 to 10. Before the start, riders must make choices between ensuring small points or taking risks in this test, counting for 1/5 of the final result. This exercise looks easy for 2 professional trial riders here. Alexandre Ferrer is the winner in this competition. Guillaume Jean takes second. Enduro riders are also at ease. They used to train on trial bike to improve their skills in extreme sections. French Johnny Aubert is 4th.
The sections aren't too difficult, but it's easy for make a big mistake. So you have to try and find a level that you can compete. But the hardest route, I think I can do it. So yeah, we try. Bit of fun.
Britain's David Knight, 2nd of last Scorpion Masters and 3rd in trial. The giant from Isle of Man started motorbike in this sport before becoming a 3-time world champion of enduro. For some other riders, among them speed racers, trial is still a mystery and sometimes a painful one. I never raced trial. I was on panic, but finally it's great. I knew that I could climb some obstacles. It passed, it's fun, but my arms are already on fire. I was completely stressed. Among the beginners, Sébastien Loeb is the obvious star of the show. The most titled WRC champion of all time was a gymnast in his early years, and he kept a kind of agility. Loeb doesn't do any mistake, he is 13th. With a different style now, Serge Nuc, a former Scorpion Master, has decided to take part to the event with a different approach, riding old bikes. He's currently at position number 12. After the first event, trial riders are obviously leading. 1 point for first, 2 points for second. This is how the Scorpion Masters scoreboard works. No rest, it's time now for the second event, the Enduro. All the riders seem to look stressless, but the Scorpion Masters remain a high-level competition. Everybody said nobody trained, but I have some spies all over France and I can say everybody trained a lot for months. There is such a high level this year. Only one special test here. On board with David Knight. We are in the woods surrounding Le Castellet track. This soil has been made slippery by a kind of fawn carpet and also by many small stones. In this special test, the Brit on a 450cc Sherco takes the third spot.
It looked grippy when you walk it, and it was so slippery. I catch a slower guy in the back end was very narrow, and that was cost me a few seconds, 5 seconds maybe. Took a long time to pass, and then anyway, after it was okay. The end part was good, many spectators and stuff, so it was fun.
The starting order has been decided by a random draw, and all the riders, whatever their level, are mixed. That's also part of the Scorpion Masters. The track is a sample of all the difficulties riders can meet on an enduro Grand Prix. Speed on the wood, trunks, stones, uphills, a big show. Among the fastest road racers, we find 2002 world champion Arnaud Vincent. He gets the 12th time, but losing a lot of energy. I'm not used to race motorbikes anymore. When you have the rhythm, it's a kind of routine. I don't have it anymore. We always try to give our best. It makes pressure and stress.
C'est ça qui crée la pression et le stress.
Johnny Aubert is the fastest guy of all. On a beta, the 2 times world champion is much more faster than the others. He exits the stage with a time of 5 minutes and 11 seconds, more than 10 seconds faster than his first opponent, Ivan Cervantes. Aubert takes the lead of the Scorpion Masters. I have the best time, and it's a good one. I'm happy with my stage. It was not easy because I did not have so much time to red sheet, but I'm happy. Spaniard Ivan Cervantes is one of the main stars of the event. Like a growing number of foreigners, he's been attracted by the format of the Scorpion Masters, even if he never rode on a speed circuit before. On this enduro test, Cervantes meets French two-wheel road rage champion Julien Tognuti. Both riders hit themselves without any harm. Cervantes can climb easily this technical uphill, but not Tognuti.
In the difficult zone, it's an alternative, no? And he makes like this to the public. It's unbelievable. Sorry. No, don't worry. I would like to go to the easy for the soft. Yeah. And no, it's okay, it's okay. And so I go to the hard and oh, mama.
I caught the rider in front of me. Tognuti did a mistake, wanted to do a U-turn, and I touched him. But it made a lot of show for the public. I'm happy because there was a technical portion with trunks, and I jumped it for spectators. This is really a show. The Scorpion Masters are for show.
Ha enloquecido y esto es show. El Master Scorpion es para eso, para hacer show.
But do you like it? Yes, a lot. Enduro is one of the favorite sports for Sébastien Loeb. Until here, he did it as a hobby. But we can see that the 9-time rally champion enjoys the exercise. The Citroën driver crosses the line after all the obstacles. But he had to slow down his rhythm at the end of stage because of pain in the arms. Yes, it was cool, but I was exhausted at the end.
pas tombé, j'ai
I
passé,
didn't crash,
on va dire toutes les
but
difficultés. mais
without attacking because I was
mais sans-
struggling.
sans vraie attaque,
Physically,
quoi.
I had problems with the forearms.
Voilà, j'étais trop en galère. Physiquement, il a fallu gérer parce que les bras, j'ai un petit problème d'avant-bras. Moi, j'ai tendance à tétaniser, donc je suis obligé de gérer l'effort.
A battle is opposing Loeb to another great car driver, Sohail Ayari, a specialist of GT and endurance. After 2 tests, the advantage is for the rally champions, Sébastien Loeb.
Ah, je suis tombé, je me suis planté dans le
I
pierrier
crashed, I
là-haut.
get stuck in the
J'ai
stone
complètement raté.
section. For the
Pour le
rest, it
c'était
was
pas
okay,
mal,
but
mais
I
là-haut,
did
ça
bad
a pas
there.
été bon.
C'est quoi la
What's the
principale
main
difficulté
difficulty for you
piloter
for a
dans
car
l'Euro?
driver? It's to
C'est
pass
passer
the
les
hard
zones
and
comme ça,
hot
un peu
sections
chaudes.
like those
Et,
ones, but yes, I did
pourtant,
it
bah,
bad.
j'ai merdé en fait.
But it
Voilà.
wasn't hard.
C'était pas ultra dur, mais je suis passé à côté.
In the general standings after 2 events, Johnny Aubert leads ahead of David Knight. Sébastien Loeb is 15th. Third of our 4 tests in the Scorpio Masters, rider must now switch to supermoto bikes. Time now for racing, 12 laps in one of the most spectacular supermoto track on earth. The all shot is done by Boris Chambon. He takes the lead before turn 1. He is ahead of Sylvain Bidard here on board and Adrien Charrer third. The poleman had a bad start, but thanks to the power of the Aprilia, he gains 1 position in the first straight. Behind the leaders, the exit of the dirt track is tricky. And 8-time endurance world champion Johnny Aubert crashes heavily, but he will rejoin. For 4th position, 2 former Supermoto champions are battling. Belgian Eddy Sell, with number 100, is fighting with 2 times MX world champion Frédéric Bollé on a Kawasaki. At the end of lap 1, standings are changing at the top. Boris Chambon slows down a little, and he's got passed by Adrien Charrer, who takes the lead. Then Sylvain Bidard gets past Chambon, entering the dirt. All 3 guys are racing pretty hard. Another battle further behind between the provisional leader Johnny Aubert and his teammate in the French national enduro team, Rodrigue Tin. Aubert is more and more aggressive, but Tin resists. Back in front, Adrien Charrer is under the pressure of Sylvain Bidard. But with the traffic, the Honda rider is about to make a mistake. He hits Julien Tuniti's bike, who just crashed in front of him. His exhaust and cooling systems are damaged. The multiple French champion must stop. Because Boris Chambon had some problems, Sell and Bollé are rebattling now, but for 2nd position this time. The champion from Belgium wins this fight. Advantage as well for Johnny Aubert here, as Tin suffers from problems with his rear brakes. Adrien Charrer wins this race.
J'ai fait un mauvais départ.
I did a bad start, but after that I battled with Boris and Sylvain. He made the things easier while doing a mistake. It was much more easier after that. I think he had GP rhythm. It would have been hard until the end, but I enjoyed. The track is great. There are a lot of slow guys today, but it's part of the day, of the show, it's cool.
J'ai pris beaucoup de plaisir, la piste est magnifique. C'est vrai qu'il y a beaucoup de retardataires aujourd'hui, mais ça fait partie de la journée, c'est vraiment sympa.
Back in the paddock, time for debriefing and talking about the good moments of the race.
3 tu fais d'abord.
3 et 2. On s'est mis debout tous les deux là.
On s'est passé 4 tours là.
J'ai les freins, j'ai reposé les freins là-bas, ils m'ont posé les freins.
Il y a eu une belle bataille
We
avec
had a
les
nice
Pixies.
battle with Eddie Sell, and ahead it was
Devant,
hot at
où
first
ça a un
laps.
peu chiffonné
It was
sur les
funny,
premiers tours.
good, it was a nice
C'était
race.
marrant, c'était vraiment bien, c'était une belle course.
On a fait un beau spectacle parce
We did a
qu'on a
great
roulé
show.
ensemble,
He raced
on roulait fort
with
à la
me
même
at the
vitesse,
same
et
speed.
Fred, m'a
Fred
ouvert un
opened
peu
the door
la
sometimes,
porte,
I
je
opened to
l'ai
him there,
Moi, je
and
lui ai ouvert
finally
là et-
I'm in
et
front
puis,
of
au
him.
final,
But we did
je
a
suis
great
devant
race
lui, mais
together.
on a fait
It's
une super
great
course tous les deux.
to
C'est
fight
gai
like
de rouler à
that,
deux comme ça
better
que
than
d'avoir un
competing
écart
alone.
avec les
It
autres et
was
rouler
so
tout seul.
enjoyable.
Je me suis vraiment fait plaisir.
For Sébastien Loeb, the discovery of Supermoto has been humble, but the other riders have welcomed him.
Là, je suis pas
I
super à
did
l'aise.
not feel so at ease with the tires. I'm not confident with the track. I also did not know that if I push too much, I don't have any more arms at the end.
J'ai réussi à récupérer un
I
peu
prefer to keep
d'énergie,
calm.
il va falloir que
But
je me
it's sure,
ressource un
I'm
peu.
having fun.
Mais ouais, sinon je prends du plaisir, c'est sympa.
Vous êtes entouré de
You're
deux
here
pilotes moto
with two
d'univers
riders
différents.
coming from
Vous le trouvez
different
comment, cet
sports.
accueil des
What do you
pilotes
think
moto
of the way motorbike
Cool,
racers
hein.
welcome
C'est
you?
Des mecs cool comme.
It's cool, they are nice guys. We're having good moments. It's a nice atmosphere, there is no pressure.
C'est vrai que
I'm
c'est une
here
ambiance
for
détendue,
pleasure,
il y a pas de grosse pression,
and it's nice.
Le champion qui vient de se mettre une boîte sur la moto de son collègue et puis finalement voilà, il n'y a pas d'animosité, tout le monde est là pour se faire plaisir, donc c'est ça qui est sympa.
In the standings, Johnny Aubert gives the lead to David Knight, who was 6th in the Supermoto. Adrien Charrer is not far behind. Rain. 5 degrees Celsius on track. Le Castellet is a circuit for brave hearts. A theater for the last test to conclude the Scorpion Masters. Even the best road racers look worried. The involvement of beginners imposes respect and admiration.
C'est évident que c'est plus compliqué.
For sure, it's
en
much
tout cas,
more
chapeau
complicated.
pour,
It's great. They are courageous
avoir,
enough to ride under the rain.
les couilles
It's
de
something
rouler
very
sous la pluie,
hard
là, parce que là,
when
ça-
you know it's
c'est vraiment
complicated.
quelque chose de très, très difficile à faire. Et quand on connaît,
So
déjà,
when you
c'est
don't know,
compliqué,
this is
alors,
hell.
quand on connaît pas, c'est juste l'enfer.
As usual, Serge Nuc is making the people smile. Getting out from his box a 750 TZ Yamaha, which was a queen of the Grand Prix era. The diva of 1974 is starting a last honor lap at Paul Ricard track. The pole position is for Vincent Philippe. 2 races of 9 laps each are planned. Sébastien Loeb starts from the 3rd row, just alongside his opponent Sohail Ayari. Roadster, super sport, superbikes, all kinds of machines are mixed. In the middle of the pack, Sébastien Loeb takes easily the first braking point and the first corner. He rides a Super Duke KTM and he puts himself just behind the leader of Scorpion Masters, David Knight. In front of the field, Vincent Philippe doesn't give too many hopes to his opponents. But the track keeps hazardous, as Guillaume Jean discovers. The battle for 9th is raging on between Sébastien Loeb and David Knight. The rallyman on the big roadster is faster in some sectors of Paul Ricard, but he cannot resist to the speed of the Brit Superbike in the straight lines. Maximum of risk is taken. Everybody plays the game here, as we can see with Eddie Sell. No injuries except for the bike. Endurance riders are having a great moment. Jérémy Guarnery defends his 2nd position, battling with Gwen Gabani. But there's nothing to do against Vincent Philippe. The endurance superstar and the CERT Factory bike have dominated the race.
J'avais
I really wanted to win this race. I had a fighter behind me with Guarnoni. He's not here for fun, you know. I pushed at the beginning. I could have a gap and after that I took it easy. It gives a smile back to me.
Voilà, ça me redonne le sourire, ça me donne envie de revenir.
At the end, fighting with David Knight, Sébastien Loeb has to accept defeat, but he really was the main animator of this race. I'm not aggressive enough when it's time to overtake. I was a little stuck in the traffic and I could not catch him back for my position. You battled with David Knight. How different were the performances of your bikes? In the straight lines, he is much more faster. In all the corners, I came back on him. It was not enough, but finally I am in 10th, it's not so bad. This is now the last act of Scorpion Masters, the road race number 2. Will David Knight win the event? With a 7-point gap, the Brit must stay at least 7 positions behind Adrien Charrer to get the win. Sébastien Loeb changes back for a speed bike. His goal to beat Sohail Ayari. The battle between the two can start. As in round 1, nobody can fight with poleman Vincent Philippe. At the beginning of Mistral straight line, the power of the factory Suzuki makes the difference. Once again, Loeb, now with a new weapon, fights with Knight. Both riders are offering the best of the battles for this edition of the Scorpion Masters. Nine-time WRC champion Sébastien Loeb impresses a lot in these slippery conditions. He tries to get past Knight in the outline and can get the 9th position. David Knight can keep an important 10th position at that moment. And while Vincent Philippe gets the checkered flag with a double win, David Knight becomes 2013 Scorpion Master.
The first race I enjoyed, but that one was hard work, just very nervous. So no, glad to get finished, had a brilliant day, and yeah, I think hopefully I've won, so yeah, even better, so thanks to everyone.
Final standings. Isle of Man's David Knight, the first non-French winner of the event, wins the competition ahead of Adrien Charrer and Arnaud Vincent. Sohail Ayari is in 9th. He beats Sébastien Loeb, who is 13th. The 3rd edition of Scorpion Masters is over. Stars, happy faces to conclude. This really was a special motorbike competition.